What's up, guys? Back live, second live stream of the year. Gonna make sure we're good here. Then I'm gonna tweet out the link. We'll be good. Got a loaded NHL slate today. Every single team is playing, aka a frozen frenzy. A lot of value, a lot of plays, a lot of money to be made. We're gonna give it a go. Alright, I'm gonna post this link out real quick. I gotta get the chat up on my screen too. I don't know why I can't see it. Hey, what's up, guys? How are we doing today? I gotta get a play up for the Giannis tackle. Let me know in chat if you guys have used your Giannis tackle yet, because that's gonna be the first thing I do, because we have like an hour left on that. So gotta make a play for that. I'm just getting the link out so we get more people here in chat. Almost done. All right, here we go. We'll be looking for NHL tonight. That's what we're about to look at right now. Haven't looked too much at the NHL slate. I got a couple of point stacks in mind for guys that I want to take that's going to score today and all that. But, yeah, so let's start off here. So, like I said, though, every single team plays today, right? We have just literally every team. Be starting out with, I believe, we're going to start out with some shots on goal type curls that we've been doing a lot. But I need to figure out how I'm going to pair with the Giannis stack here, or like the Giannis. So I think I'm just going to take goalie over, player over, player over, if that makes sense, for a 6x more than likely. What's up, Twin? What's up, Terrence? How we doing, man? Hope you guys are having a good day. Ready to cash tonight. It's the goal always. Hold on, I'm trying to get everything set up. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to start here in a second. All right, here we go. I should be finally good. There we go. All right. Yeah, so we're going to start off here. I want to see first off the Avalanche are playing. Avalanche is always my go-to team. They've put up the most like shots on goal per game this year. Playing the Devils, though, they got a pretty good defense for the most part, which is what I want to focus on. So I'm probably not going to take them today. I love using this tool here. Actually, the Devils are actually not that great this year. 49.68%. This may not be the worst. Hold on, let's take a look at the... well, first off, we got to see if the goalie's even on the board right now. So, versus Colorado, where's that at? I don't even think he's on the board right now, actually. So we can't even start off with that. Go down to the Devils game here. Yeah, the goalie is not on the board yet. They have Wedgwood on the board. We're looking for the Devils goalie. What's up from Texas? Hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. All right. Carolina today. Who are they playing again? Where's Carolina at? They are not on the board yet. I guess they could be on the board on PrizePicks, but probably not. No. Washington, Florida. I really should have marked these teams out before now that I think about it. All right, Washington and Florida. Are they on the board? No. Damn, none of the good teams are on the board at the moment? Come on, man. Anaheim's been shockingly good this year. In terms of putting shots on goal, at least. Anaheim and Ottawa. Someone's got to... I believe Ottawa's on the board. Ottawa is on the board. Isn't Ottawa, I mean the opposing goaltender, but... Yeah, they get to play Chicago, too. Oh, yeah, that's going to be good. I'm going to love that. I mean, Chicago, they're just getting beat to shit in terms of shot on goal percentage. I work multitasking, new to PrizePicks. Thanks for tuning in, man. I got you. All right, so yeah, Ottawa is one target, and then Anaheim. I don't know that Anaheim's on the board. If they're at home, oh no, they are right there. Oh, but Florida plays Anaheim. All right, I'm not going to touch that then. Those two teams control the puck a lot. All right, so we're going to start with Anaheim here. I think that's what we're going to build the Giannis tackle pair with. So first off here, let's check the odds, though. Where's that game? Yeah, Spencer Knight, 25.5, 25.5. Beautiful. I love the start for this. Minus 130 on the over. That's what we're looking for. Great matchup here against Chicago, or against Ottawa. It's Spencer Knight. But, all right, so I want to look into that a little bit. Let's look for some shooters. Some huge double wins tonight. We're coming back strong for sure. For sure. Rough for one yesterday for sure. We had a ton of one-leg misses, dude. Let me tell you, that sleeper boosted play I had too, man. We missed by one leg. I had Drew Holiday, had Dean Wade, had Mobley assists, and then Mitchell for 3 threes. He only had 2 in a blowout. Other guys looking at was Sam Merrill, who hit in like the first quarter, man. I was so pissed. I should have gone with Sam Merrill. Would have cashed that out. Would have been a profitable day just like that. That's how easy it would have been. Could not do it. Anyways, back to this here, though. So they like Cousins, Sanderson, and Batherson the best. What's going to give me at least a 6x, though? Let's look at Cousins. Shots on goal, has he done as of late? He had 0 last game against... Okay. Let me pull up StatMuse real quick. Alright, so StatMuse, and then I want to look at goalie game log with 25 plus saves versus Senators. Dude, StatMuse has so many ads now. That's so annoying. Let's just look up goalie game log in general, because I want to know how many they had against the Bruins. How much the Bruins goalie had. He only the 16. Okay, yeah. Swimmen. Oh, that was last night. They're on a back-to-back, too. Yeah, I mean, they love Cousins today, though. Why do they like Cousins so much? He's averaging 2.6 shots on goal per game this year, but that's so inflated. He had 8 against Washington the game before. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they did play last night. Yep. In the NBA, brother, got some teams, even rookies looking good. Yeah, for sure. Of NBA for sure. I already got a lot of spots that I like. I'm just trying to figure out how to pair them together, almost, if that kind of makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I take Cousins. I don't know. It just... How's he been overall? That's kind of some recency bias, but... If you're ever going to look at the last 5, NHL is the one sport that is pretty... It's not the worst idea for, to be honest. I usually hate looking at the last 5, though, because it's almost always the opposite. Yeah, they scored 7 goals last game. Forgot about that. Yeah, Ottawa may be on a back-to-back, but at the same time, they're playing Chicago. Minus 130 on the over for the saves. I don't feel the worst about Ottawa tonight. I feel pretty good about them, actually. Sanderson, Batherson. They've been so tough, though. I struggled with this a lot yesterday, too. Which, by the way, why is Tim Stützle never on the board? I don't know why. He is never on the board. I don't know if PrizePicks doesn't know how to spell his name or what, but he is never on the board, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere, which is so annoying because I want to take him for a point all the time. Would have done it yesterday, but he was not on the board. He hasn't been on the board the entire season. I have zero idea why. Yeah, struggling is, pairing is one of the hardest things to do for sure. That's why I correlate things so often. There's a very slight correlation on PrizePicks, like in terms of, or very slight correlation for basketball. I did it very well actually with the WNBA. I'm trying to get a hang of it for the NBA. I know it's possible. I know it's very, very doable. I already think I'm gonna like Pinto today. Let's pull it up real quick though. Odds looked good. Shots on. Why is he scored a goal? Wow, I didn't realize how many goals he scored this year. Yeah, I'm already gonna like that. He's super consistent. How did he do against Edmonton though? Edmonton's goalie only had 19 saves. Yeah, he's been so consistent this year. Odds are great. I want a 6x though. I want to take a guy either Batherson or Sanderson, preferably probably Batherson. Yeah, probably Batherson. If it can give me a 6x, bang. Okay. I think that is what I'm gonna like. Well, I think Sanderson's been more consistent, but I also don't like taking a defenseman and a forward over shots. No, he had 3 last game, even a bad game. Islanders in Seattle, though. 28 and 20 saves. I think I'm going to go Batherson. I think it makes sense. Odds look good. We're going to double check it, though. Shane, Batherson, goalie on the over. And then we can just take literally a random prop. I don't even care what it is. Just to get a gauge of, like, Giannis or whatever. The payout it should be. Yeah, 605x on DK, 6x on PrizePicks. And we're getting Giannis discounted. I think it makes sense. I like that. All right, this is going to be my first play. Going to rock with the Senators tonight. Probably going to rock with the Avalanche tonight, as well as maybe... No, I think I said... I might rock Carolina. We'll see. We'll see. That's going to be my first play here. I wish I could show it all. I need to come up with something to put on screen for you guys where I can like just show you guys the entry that I'm rocking with. I don't know. I got to figure out. We're going to buff these streams up eventually. I'm going to make them look better for you guys. That's going to be the first thing I rock with. We're going to go with Giannis with his Taco. And then rock with Knight, Pinto, and Batherson. Get it posted to the Discord and Dub Club as well. So Knight, Shane, and Batherson. Makes a lot of sense to me. All right. Oh, what am I limited for tacos? They have put me at 25. Hell yeah. I'll take that. All right. We're going to get to some more plays shortly. Probably going to stick with these saves at the moment. I'm probably going to build a 6-man, honestly. I've been liking the 6-mans. If you guys have been in the Dub Club, if you are in the Dub Club and you've seen my save stacks like these, I really like the 6-mans more than anything, to be honest. More than pairing with like the goalie on the under. I don't know. I feel like they're a better bang for your buck. They're going to hit less often, obviously. You're going from a 4-man to a 6-man. But I just feel like it's more consistent, and everyone bitches too about the unders, so it just gives me less of a headache too. When people bitch at me last for taking unders. NFL unders are so good though, especially in correlation. I absolutely love it. Like had Mahomes yesterday under pass attempts. Yeah, Tage Thompson's been killing it for sure. What's up, Saucy? How you doing, man? There we go. 6x on PrizePicks. That is the first entry of the day. All right, let's get to our next couple plays here. I want to keep kind of writing down the list. I really should just go by matchup. Why did I not do that from the beginning? Let's do that instead. I always do that. I'm not sure why I changed it up on stream. Flyers at home, favored against the Penguins. Flyers, how have they been in terms of shots on goal this year? Shit. I don't want to take the Penguins on the road anyway. I don't think they've been pretty bad anyway. Honestly, if there's a game to take the Flyers on the over, though, it'd be this one. I mean, they're playing a team that's worse than them. Let's take a look. Is the goal even on the board, first off? All right, let's go over the goalie props, saves. Okay, so he was on the board. Minus 130 over 23.5. Is he at 23.5 on PrizePicks, though? He is. See, this is where it comes into play, right? The season just started. I want to keep messing with things. Taking shitty teams against even shittier teams is something I want to try. So I think I'm going to do that, to be honest. And it makes sense, too. He's a minus 130 over saves. He's favored over saves. I think it makes sense. I don't love how good he's been in the last 5, though, like going over. But it makes sense that the line's this low, though, because it's the Flyers. So, yeah. I'm going to look into this more. Is he at 22? See, he's at 22.5, though. I mean... I just don't trust their defense, though. Is this really live? Yes, this is live. You thought this was pre-recorded? Just tuned in. How you been liking the NBA so far? It's been up and down for me so far in terms of... I've been liking the NBA being back, obviously. It's been up and down for sure, though. I had a couple good days or so. Other days have been pretty bad. I don't know. Very early start to the season, though, but it has not been completely awful, for sure. I definitely think we're going to be doing a lot better in the future, though. I feel very good about the future. So, I'm absolutely not worried at all. What do you like for the Flyers today? I don't think I'm going to like tip it, though. All right, let's look at goalie game log versus the Flyers, first off. 23, 22, 16, and 6. I feel kind of good about the Flyers, honestly. They're at home. They're favored against the Penguins. They've been playing tougher teams like the Islanders and the Senators in terms of shots on goal allowed and all that. I feel pretty good about that. I'm not going to lie. What was the last lineup made? See, I need to add something on the screen so I can just make it easier for you guys to see. Because otherwise I have to pull it up like completely. So I used the Giannis Taco, and then I added Spencer Knight over 25.5 saves, Shane Pinto for the NHL over 1.5 shots on goal, and why I cannot remember the other guy right now. It wasn't Cousins. Batherson. Drake Batherson over 1.5 shots on goal. Hopefully you got that all. Like I said, I need to add something so I can make it easier for everyone who tunes in late to see. Any tips how to grow my bankroll in the most efficient way possible? You really just gotta manage it. Play the units. Just stick to units. And if you're actually gonna be profitable in the long run, you just gotta stick to your units, man. Is really all I can say. You can find edges on things like PrizePicks, especially. There's things like correlation, which I preach all the time in my Discord, that can make you a crap ton of units and just grind that bankroll consistently. But if you're throwing $5 on plays, you have a really good day. The next day you start throwing $10 on plays, you're gonna get cooked. You're gonna get cooked. So there's gonna be good days and bad days. If you double down on your good day and try to have a good day the next day, it's not always gonna be that way. If that kind of makes sense, I don't know. But just people never manage their bankroll correctly, even if they're profitable. It's called variance. Look into variance. I will tell you that, because when you have a good day, usually the next day will be a little bit worse than that one. Not necessarily a bad day, but it's complicated. Actually, I want to let's look into Mitch. 1.5 shots on goal against the Penguins. I feel like I'm gonna like that, because considering, hold on. Well, the Islanders, he had 23 saves. He only had 1 shot on goal. I don't know. Actually, can we just look into this game? Who had all the shots on goal? Because one guy might have just had a shit ton of shots on goal for the Flyers that game. No, Ziegler said 3. Brink had 3. Sean, yep. You accept followers on PrizePicks? I haven't even thought about that, to be honest. I haven't messed with PrizePicks things at all. I'm probably private. I might be public. I don't know. I'll look into that. Because I know that PrizePicks launched a thing where you can like follow people. I don't know how all that works. But also, like, I have a premium, so if everyone's just getting plays for free, I don't know. I'd look into that. Flex or power? I always power. Everything that's correlated, I power. Because it's all... The goal is to just win every leg. Like, it increases every chance's leg of winning or losing. So, I always power, if it's anything correlated, at least. All right, so I'm probably going to go Mishkov, I think. He's averaging 1.8 shots on goal. He's been a lot better as of late. Extremely juiced for 2. Well, I don't know. I'm going to tip it. I don't think I'm going to like tip it, though. I think I'm going to like Sean. Just based off of what I already know. No, actually, no. I'm really not, I don't think. Because even in... I just want to find players that are actually consistent, right? I'll look into Owen a little bit more. I want to find players that are consistent. Well, I could take them 1.5, but I think that's going to kill the payout. I'm going to look at it, but I think it's going to kill the payout if I do that. Yeah, 5.5x, I don't want that, I don't think. I want to stick to just like the 6x's, which I can get with Mishkov. Make public, please. I'll look into it for sure. I haven't looked at that thing at all. Like, I haven't focused on PrizePicks and the following crap and all that. Is it actually like useful for you guys? Point of view on demon slips. You ever try to 6-man with all demons? I usually stay away from demons just because it's usually bad in terms of expected value. Like, if you run it on a sports book or really any other app out there, it's probably going to be worse of a payout than other apps and sports books, if that makes sense. If you run a demon app, if you run like a demon slip on like another app, for example, you just take those plays and put on another app. I lost track of what I was doing here. So I could take Tippett. It's a lot more likely to hit. I mean, he is going to be like a lock, I feel like. If he's going to be the closest thing possible to a lock, to be honest. If he does go over 23.5 saves, I might just go that route, because I don't think I'm going to like... Nah, I'm not going to like Travis there. Forrester? maybe. I don't know. I might rock tip it. Just hit the easy route here. See, because I mean, these goalies too. Like I want a guy that's been over the last 2 games, right? He's putting up 22 and 23 saves. I don't want guys that are going to be consistent in those aspects. I think you can go public at that point. It makes your dub club irrelevant if they just take. That's what I was saying. I think guys can get 46 PRA. Yeah, I take all the PrizePicks discounts though. They're just value at the end of the day. It's not like it's a lock or anything like that, but it's good value, so I take it. He definitely could. I would say Sean probably could go over points. I mean, they're at home. They're favored. They're playing the Penguins. He's in a very good spot compared to most games that they're in. So I think it's a better chance than usual for him. Anyways, I feel like I'm just going to take the easy route here. We're going to go tip it. I don't want to press my luck any further. We'll see if we want to change it once we fill out the rest of the slip, but I think that's what I want to go with at the moment. So, all right, I'll tip it minus 450. Why does it say some of my plays can get parlayed? Oh, I wasn't taking Sean anyway. That's weird. Oh, because it's not a same game parlay. All right, cool. That's only plus 178. Hold on. 278. 275. All right, let's go over now and look at another game. So we did focus on the first game here. Flyers, Maple Leafs, I'm probably not going to like, if I had to guess. Flyers. No, Maple Leafs have been pretty bad. Maple Leafs are at the bottom there, 21st, 8th. Let's see. 25 saves the last game. Well, first off, what's the line, too? Should be the first thing I look at. 25.5. I assume he's 20. Yeah, he's 25.5 on PrizePicks. The Rangers last game. They did pretty good against the Rangers. 25 saves against them. They've been pretty damn consistent, actually. Utah, they had 19. The Blues, they had 27. But they've been so good that at that point, I'm a little... It's only minus 105, though. I'll probably skip it. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to that. I'm not going to like Hurricanes, Golden Knights. I'm pretty sure I already know that. I don't even think that it's on the board. Yeah, it's not even on the board anyway. What site is that you use for stats? This is Outlier. They're all good. I use Prop Madness. I use Props.cash. I use Outlier. There's not one tool that I absolutely love that's the only tool that I use, to be honest. Like, Props.cash is one of the best. Props Madness and Props.cash are one of the best for NBA for sure. Outlier is probably the best for NHL. It's really just kind of depends what you're looking for, but I don't know. I like all the different tools out there. Outlier is like the most like easy to read though, I'd say. But all right. Anyways, Dustin Wolf. Okay, he's at 25. Why are the Maple Leafs so favored to have 25? I don't know that I like that. I'm surprised by that. I want to look at that later. I'll have to write that down just so I can. Because maybe I go back to focusing on odds if you truly are going to go over that. Because that doesn't look like a bad under to me, to be honest. I'm shocked it's a minus 135 on the over. Anyways. So next game, Columbus it is. All right, so both the goalies are on the board. All right, Sabres and the Blue Jackets. Sabres. Columbus is at the top, aren't they? Columbus. Is Columbus at home? They are not. They're on the road, though. So Columbus on the road, minus 125 on the over 25.5, though. He's at 25.5 on PrizePicks. Of course, over in all of his last 5, so everyone's on the over. If you ever see a flame next to somebody's name, it probably means they've been over in the last 5 games. But hey, if you're going to take an over in the last 5, NHL is probably the sport to do it. Maybe not on goalies, but I don't know. Minus 125 on the over. They're on the road is the issue. I'll come back to that, maybe. It's expected to be a close game. Overtime, potentially. That'd be nice. All right, Panthers and the Ducks. Are they on the board? The Ducks is on the board. which they've been very good this year. Panthers. Where's Florida at? Am I blind? Oh, they're right there. They're right above them. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't plan on touching that. Corp on the over. Islanders on the road. I don't like that they're on the road. But... Islanders against Boston. That's not bad, though. Oh, he's a goblin, though. Come on, PrizePicks. Man, if he was a 24.5, I'd like that, probably. Do you pay the bills with this? What do you mean? Jose Saros, 23.5. 24.5. I don't want the bump, regardless. May as well just go down this list, to be honest. Gibson, Blues. Am I going to like the Blues? I'm probably not going to like the Blues, though. I'm not going to like the Blues against Detroit. Am I going to like Detroit, though? No. No. I'm not going to touch that. Hellebuck and Gustafson, I'm not going to want to touch that either. I don't love these games for some reason, man. I really don't. All right, let's reset here. Let's go to the Jets and Winnipeg game. Jets and Winnipeg game, Jesus. Wild in the Jets game. The Jets have been very bad this year, so honestly, Minnesota might not be in the worst spot. Hellebuck is 24.5. Can we get 23.5 on PrizePicks? No. Give us 24. I don't like that he's plus money over 24.5, though. That kind of scares me away. I guess I do this full time at the moment, but I've been in school, so I got out of school now. But I don't know what my future holds, to be honest. Jordan Binnington, 22.5 despite averaging 18.6. Oettinger, Logan Thompson. Capitals and the Stars. Hold on. Capitals could be in a good spot, I think. Yeah, Stars been really bad this year. Cap's been very good this year in terms of putting shots on goal. Very good goalie, Jake Oettinger. 23.5. He's at 23.5. Let me cook, maybe? Capitals are on the road, though. Okay. How have they done teams right around, though, Dallas's range? Have they played, like, Seattle, the Flyers, Winnipeg, Chicago? Any of those? They did play Seattle. They had 30 saves. He had 30 saves against Seattle. 30 shots, I guess I should say, on goal that were saved. Minnesota's down there at 40. I think I'm going to like that. They only put up... Whoa. They were at home. They only had 12 saves. These are Senators. Senators have been good, though, this year, right? In terms of shots. Yeah, they've been very good. Bounce back game, maybe. Hopefully. Honestly, Ovi's going for 900 goals, though, isn't he? Ovi's shots on goal could be pretty good. It won't be too bad. 2.5 shots on goal is a goblin. God. PrizePicks. You're killing me, man. Is there two different... I think there's two different goblins. What the... Hold on. They pay out the same, though. Okay. Interesting. Should you take... Oh, Jake Ottinger's next taco discount. That's interesting, because I was actually just about to take his over. So, yes, I will like Jake Ottinger on the over for his saves. So, I was just about to lock his main square over, which, honestly, at this point, may as well be the taco. So, that's what we're going to do. When does that go on the board, though? 40 minutes? Yeah, that sucks. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's 2:30 goes on the board, right? Or maybe not. When's the... I don't know. I thought it went on the board at 3, but maybe I'm wrong. Would be nice. All right. I want to take Ovi, man, because he's going for... I don't trust him to have 3 shots on goal, though. Well, they're not even at home, though. So does he want to get 900 goals at home? Or on the road? Probably. He might. Let's pivot to someone else, I feel like, instead. We could go some defensemen. We could go Carlson and Chichiron. Not terrible. I've done that before. They've cashed me before. But I'm actually pull up a different tool. 230, awesome. I'm gonna pull up a different tool real quick. I'll pop it back on the screen in a second here. All right. There we go. All right, our defenseman putting goals onto Stars. They are. They've actually been allowing a lot of shots on goal, but that might be not that bad. I feel kind of good about that. I've already done it before. They've already hit for me, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Ottawa, yeah, okay, only 12 saves last game, so that makes sense. Otherwise, he's covering. They've been so good before that, too. Defensemen are putting up very nice shots on goal. Only 11x, though. See, that's because we were rocking with Owen Tippett, though. Early college football. I don't do college football at all. It's actually not even in my state, as you guys can see here. Like, I don't even have college football here on PrizePicks at all. So I can't even look. So, unfortunately. Which I don't know why that is, because every other app out there I'm able to use, like, the app for college football. So I don't know. Alright, let's go. Maybe I try to pivot from Tippett. Tippett is just, like, such a lock in my eyes, though. I actually do want to check the odds, though, because maybe the odds are still really high in our favor. Carlson, 2 shots. Try for 2 shots. Plus 409. And we got to go to the goalie for the saves. Jake Ottinger. Plus 800. Yeah, they love that. Look at that. 9x on DK Sportsbook. Always paying out higher than PrizePicks. 11x on PrizePicks. That's what we call expected value. Good value. Love to see it. That's called profit over time, my friends. Will be. Obviously, there's still only like a 1 in 9 chance that this cashes, but when it's paying out 11x, it does not matter. So, I'll probably wait for that discount to pop on the board, and we'll probably use that. Really, college football has been a nightmare. Yikes. I think I ran a couple slips on Dabble. I think they did relatively good. I cashed a couple, but it just wasn't worth it to me. Like, it's not in my state. I want to be able to use PrizePicks lines. I want to be able to correlate, and I'm just not able to do so for who knows what reason. But, all right, yeah, we're going to rock with that type of slip. We're going to wait for the taco to go onto the board, but otherwise I like this, I think. I think I'm going to rock with just 11x. I'll look into maybe pivoting away from Owen Tippett, but like I said, if that goalie's going to go over saves, if he's going to go over the Penguins goalie, Tippett's going to have 2 shots on goal. I feel pretty confident in that. Obviously not a lock, but still, it's a minus 450, so I don't think I want to rock with Travis, though. Yeah, 23. I already addressed that, I think. I don't think it's bad, though. I mean, how much of a better payout is it really going to give us if we do that? Take Tippett out for Travis. 12x. What about on DK? Well, it's going to be a lot better, I think. No, it's not. 984. 12x. In terms of expected value, I think it is better, right? Goes from a 9x to 9.84, but it's increasing by a whole 1x more on PrizePicks. Mathematically, it makes sense to take Travis. In my heart, I kind of want to rock a little bit more with Owen Tippett. Okay, well, how'd they do against Florida in those 2 games? 17-19 saves, so he wasn't going over anyway. That's not bad. I don't hate that. He's only missed 3 times this year. One game, I wish he would have gone over. If he went over last game, I would probably just take him. It's just scaring me away at this point. It's so funny to me though how much different I attack NBA and NHL. Right, I would not be focused on the last 5 games or anything like that in the NBA. I don't give a shit about the last 5 in NBA, NHL. I'm sorry, NFL. I don't care about that. NHL is so much different though. I just feel so much more confident in Owen Tippett. I really do. Even last year, he was so freaking consistent, dude. I don't think I want to take that risk. I don't want to risk it for just an extra 1x on my entry. Even if it makes mathematically more sense. I feel so much better about Owen Tippett. Watch Travis go over and Tippett go under now, though. I'd be so shocked, though. I do not do soccer. I do have a Discord guy, though, that does do it. Elo. He's the man for soccer. So, any NHL plays, or, Jesus, I can't talk today, man. I'm sorry. Any soccer plays is from him. 2 minutes, and we should get the Jake Taco on the board, I believe, and we'll rock with that. Although, like I said, if you want to use that taco, which I'm thinking about doing, I'm probably not, though, but I could rock his main line and use his taco for a different pair, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I could, though. I might do that, actually. So I feel like I'm going to want to use the taco for like an NBA pair or something. I feel like I am. Because there's a couple NBA spots I like, but I just need like pairs for. I don't know. And maybe I might double down on Jake Ottinger today, but one's at a discount, which, by the way, do you guys know what his line is? It's 18.5, 19.5? If I had to guess, probably it's going to be 19.5. I can actually look right now to see what the line will be. I'm sure someone in the chat will say before I find it, but I think I'm just going to do that. Double down. Because, again, one's at a discount, so Jake Ottinger, 21.5? Well, maybe I'm not going to double down now, because that's not a significant discount enough. Why are they being so scummy with their discounts today? I think it goes over regardless, like I already said, but, like, come on. You're giving us a 2 save discount, man? They almost always give at least 3 or 4. No, it's not going to be Connor Hellebuck, is it? Shit, it is. Actually, well, I talked about it earlier. I liked it, but I don't like that it's plus money on the over. So I do still like to get. I'm gonna like the discount regardless, like I said. I think it's kind of a red flag though that goes off in my head that he's plus money for 24.5. But he's going down to, what was it, 20.5, 21.5. I'm gonna make a different slip with that. All right. Yeah, let's do that. All right, well, either way, I'm going to rock with this right here. They didn't just redo the Giannis taco for another hour, did they? Oh, they did. Yeah, they did. I think 3:30. Oh, shit. Chet just got ruled out tonight. Chet is out for the Thunder tonight. Damn. Potentially some value. Oh, I was going to rock with SJ assists. I hope it doesn't mess that up. I was going to take his all-on anyway, so probably won't jack it up that much, but maybe a lower payout now. Is it going to mess with his assists, though? I don't know. It might. Isaiah Joe's out. Not that really matters that much. It could. All right, let's rock with this here. And then we're going to go Owen Tippett, also from the Flyers. He's my guy tonight. If he sells, I'm going to be so pissed off. I really, really will. I will lose my mind. I don't know how I can pull up the full slip. I mean, I could screen share to you guys, I guess. I'm going to show off my PrizePicks balance, which I don't want to do, but... yeah, I guess I can do that real quick. Hold up. Let me connect my phone to my computer then. It'll make it easier for you guys to see, I guess. It's actually not even showing off my PrizePicks balance. Oh, whatever. Let's go to... what was the rest of it? Jake Ottinger. Then Carlson and Chiron. There we go. So that is the 6-man that we're rocking with. Let's see the balance, bro. It's like $2,600. There we go. You want to see my balance that bad? All right. Zolofs, Bishkov, Tippett, Jake Ottinger, Chai, and Carlson. 11x on PrizePicks. You could take out, if you wanted to, Owen Tippett over 1.5 shots on goal and add, who did I even say? Travis Konecny, I believe, is who I said, for 1.5 shots on goal instead. That pays out instead a 12x. Mathematically, it's better. I just went with my gut. I went Owen Tippett over 1.5 shots on goal instead. Hopefully, I'll just go over regardless, but that's what we're rocking with. I'm going to screenshot it for my Dub Club now. I'm going to throw 50 on it. It's my half unit. I throw 50 on all slips regardless, though. Even though I shouldn't. Alright, hopefully you guys got that in. Yeah, Tippett is my guy. That's why I'm rocking with him. Instead of Travis Konecny. Like I said, though, it makes more sense mathematically if you wanted to take Travis Konecny. Just in terms of odds, better payout. You're getting a very slightly better payout in terms of what the real payout should be. But, like I said, Owen Tippett just makes a lot more sense to me in my head, so that's why I'm going to rock with him there. But, yep, there's the play. Pause it right now, because I'm taking it off the screen. Because then now I can post it to the Dub Club. And then I'm probably going to rock another slip later for... which I'm actually very glad... honestly, I'm glad that Jake Ottinger is not the taco. I think Ottinger is more likely to hit than Hellebuck. I would say, probably. But I liked Hellebuck, but I wasn't going to play him because the line seemed just a little too high. Then they discounted him. So I actually like the discount. I'm going to build a different Coral slip with him later. I'm kind of happy with that. Take both goalies with the Goblins alone. I'm honestly okay with that. It just mathematically makes more sense to add the Goblins in there, which is almost always not the case, by the way. Almost always, if you're not correlating anything, Goblins are a shitty payout. Same with Demons, they're just a way worse payout. But NHL, there's a lot of value behind them. At least when you correlate. And if you're just taking it out on its own, it won't, but... what's my record for NBA on the Dub Club? I don't have the individual record, but I have started a brand new tracking channel in the Discord, which I'll pull up right now, which I guess I really should. Hold on. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here in the Discord. I got to pull it up, though. All right, so pulling up my Discord now. So this is what I got going on in the Discord, right, in terms of tracking, because I do want to be more transparent for guys. I've tracked everything behind the scenes. It's just really hard to do unless it's public, if that makes sense. So I've been posting the card every single day. And then I've been posting the tracking results. So this is what we got for this week, right? Had a great Sunday, 5.25 units we went up. We cashed an 8x, 9.5x NF for NFL, 6x NBA. Yesterday cashed a, should have been, if Marcus Mariota had another pass attempt. I think I can just pull up the correlation. Yeah, because it's only been the stuff I gave you guys so far. But we had this one right here, dude. Marcus Mariota, they ran the ball on like third down, I believe, when they were down 3 scores. So he pushed instead of cashing right there. So got one runner right there. But yeah, should have been a lot better of a day yesterday. We had a lot of misses by 1 leg. But as you can see, still up these 2 days. But it's going to be a lot more consistent in terms of tracking here over in the Discord for all the members, for example. I actually don't mess with time on ice props very much. So I don't have an answer for you for time on ice props. NBA picks, that is going to be right around the corner. I'm debating doing it on live stream here. I don't know. I might. So there's a couple of guys that I already like for today, right? There's guys that I like. I like Zubac tonight. I like Jalen Brunson, and I like Miles Turner. Those are some guys that I like tonight. There's a couple of the correlation type deals that I like. Like I like the idea of Giannis assists and Gary Trent's threes. Not necessarily the full line, but take some alt lines. SJ for 6 assists, Lou Dort for 2 threes, but I've already taken his first half points, so I'm not sure that I want to double down on him. I like the idea of taking Maxey and Oubre on the over. Nolan Powell, before he's questionable, I liked him with Andrew Wiggins. I haven't locked any NBA plays in yet, so I'm kind of wanting to do that behind the scenes, to be honest. It's not that I want to gatekeep anything from you guys, but there's just a lot of things that are going through my head still. I just don't want to force any NBA plays because they're on stream, if that makes sense. But like I said, though, there's some spots that I'm liking. Like, I'm going to look at the idea of Giannis assists. I'm sure Sleeper or something is going to give a higher payout, like it was yesterday a little bit, than PrizePicks. Gary Trent, for some reason, is not at 2.5 threes, but it's only 1.6x, though. I don't know if this is going to give us good value. You're saying they just took Shea down. They took SGA down because of Chet getting ruled out, so I can't even do that yet. Lou Dort, he's only at field goals made and attempted for whatever reason. I know. I don't hate the idea of taking I kind of like Maxey and Oubre. Something I've looked a lot into, though, is really weird. If you look at most NBA games, right? I'm going to pull it up real quick. Like, whenever the team wins, there's just always, like, one guard and one forward / center that goes off. Like, I just don't... I don't know. I'm just... Like I said, it's really early in the season. I'm trying to find some edges, but just, like... You can pick any game. If you go to the Trailblazers last game, there's one guard that went off, and there's one forward that went off, right? You had Drew Holiday last game, who actually took on the over. And there's also one guard that sells, by the way. Either the point guard covers or the shooting guard covers, right? One guy usually goes over, one guy usually goes under. I don't know what Shaden Sharp's line was, but I think he might have gone under in that game. I'm not sure. Holiday went way over, though. And then you had Denny Avdija here, who just went crazy. I think Clinton, did he go over his PRA? He probably did. I don't think it was that high, right? It was probably 31.5, if not lower. So, just focusing a lot of I want to focus a lot on teams that are expected to win the game, but you just got to stay wary of blowouts at the same time. But, like, you go to the Rockets last game. I mean, they had a very good game. But, actually, they weren't really the same, though. Their guards were pretty bad. Oh, they had the bench that went off. Tari Easton had 22 points off the bench. I guess that was kind of an outlier there. Nuggets, of course, you have Jokic going absolutely crazy, Jamal Murray going crazy, guard, center. I don't know. I don't know if that's really just coincidence, though, or what, but... TK Hernandez will hit off of Bieber. I don't personally love Bieber that much as a pitcher. I haven't looked that much into the MLB, but... It's also TK Hernandez. He was very good in the playoffs, though, at least in the Brewers series, but... I've really switched my focus away from, the MLB. Is Kike's line only fantasy score on PrizePicks? 8-5. Actually, he didn't do anything the last 2 games against the Brewers. I don't know if he was a pitch hitter in that game, though. I don't know. I'd have to look a lot more into that one. But off the top of my head, if he's starting, I don't think it's the worst idea. So, anyways, I think I'm probably going to end stream there, boys. I'm starting to give you guys any NBA plays. Yeah, I'll post some to Twitter maybe for you guys. I'll post an NBA play to Twitter maybe. I want to post more free plays on Twitter more consistently too, but yeah, just give me a follow on Twitter, DMG Props, turn on those notifications. I'll probably post an NBA play for you guys. But otherwise, rocked with those 2 NHL plays. I'll give you guys those again if you guys are tuning in late real quick. But those 2 plays were right in here. Had the Giannis pay here, who's up on the board for like the next 50 minutes or so. Had Knight, Pinto, Batherson on the overs. If for some reason you've already used the Giannis Taco or whatever, you could take instead the under on Ottawa's goalie. You take his under saves, and then take the over for Knight, Pinto, Batherson. That will still pay out a 6x. You have this NHL save score here, which is 11x between Jake on the over, Chi, and then you also have Carlson, Tippett, Mitchkov. I just can't say any of these names. Like, I know their names, it's impossible for me to pronounce, but between Jacob and Arturs. Anyways, that's pretty much going to do it, though. I appreciate you guys joining the stream. I'm looking to, do these more often. It's been very good the 2 times that I've done it. You guys can get all of my plays over in the Dub Club. It is 50% off right now. The tracking results from the last 2 days, since I started publicly tracking or whatever, way profitable before I started doing this, by the way, but you see results from Sunday and Monday. Rougher day yesterday. Lots of one-leg misses, unfortunately. But overall, still plus 2.5 units the last 2 days. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys hopefully in the next video tomorrow and the next live stream that I do, which may or may not be tomorrow. We'll see. Thanks for watching, boys. See you guys hopefully in the